from Mars from the crew of SENSORIA.
My name is Jaden Hastings. Most people call me JJ Hastings, and I am the commander of the SENSORIA mission. The first of this idea came about a year and a half ago, starting to think about analog programs as a way to test and evaluate the assumptions that we have on Earth around sustainability. The saying has long been repeated: solve for space, we solve for Earth. If we can manage to make living off Earth sustainable, we can make living on Earth that much more effective.
Hi, my name is Erin Bonilla, and I am the Vice Commander and the Medical Officer for the SENSORIA mission. And you see me standing next to a treadmill here because I am responsible for making sure that the crew health is everyone's taken care of, and that they are having a good experience, not just from a physical point of view, but also from a psychological point of view.
Hello, my name is Dr. Cyan Proctor, and I am the Science Communication Education Outreach Officer, and I'm also the Geoscience Officer on this mission. I am a community college professor in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm a geoscience professor, so I teach geology, sustainable cities, sustainable world, planetary science, things like that. I've been a professor for 20 years, but I'm also an analog astronaut, meaning I live in Moon and Mars simulations around the world. So this is my 4th time doing an analog mission, and it's my 2nd time in the high seas habitat mission.
Hello everyone, my name is Adriana Błahovic, and I'm a science officer for our SENSORIA mission. So I originally come from Poland, and I moved to United States about 6 years ago. During this time, I graduated with my PhD in pharmaceutical sciences, and currently I'm working at Jet Propulsion Laboratory, one of the NASA centers.
Hi there, my name is Mariah Hoffman, and I am the engineering officer for the SENSORIA crew. I have a degree in astrophysics, and I was an aerospace engineer working on primarily communications, satellites, and JPL and NASA space telescopes. And currently I am CEO of an aerospace startup.
Hi, my name is Makai Eustace. I am the Habitat Operations Officer for the SENSORIA crew. I have a degree in aerospace engineering, and I've also participated in 2 other analogs, one with MDRS and another at Mars Academy.
Alright, so welcome to the High Seas Habitat. My name is Erin Bonilla. I'm the Vice Commander on the mission, and I wanted to just take you on a little walkthrough so you get a feel for where we're living on this 2-week Mars simulation. The first thing I want to show you is right now we're upstairs, and I want to show you our bedroom situation. So there are 6 bedrooms upstairs, and I'll show you mine, and I cleaned up before we got in here. Here we go. So walk in. Each room has a little desk which can collapse if you need more space, and we have a bed here, a sleeping bag, and a little place to hang some clothes, a little drawer here for clothes. But it's a pretty tight space, but it is nice to have your own place to go at night. You can shut the door, relax, go to bed. Like, that's good. So all right, so now we're gonna make our way back downstairs, and you can follow me, show you around a bit. Okay, so I think what we'll do, we'll take a walk into the lab, and I'll show you around there a little bit. So welcome to the lab and medical kit area. So this is where a lot of the science experiments are happening. One of the experiments on the mission, looking at microbial growth, which you heard from Adriana about, is happening here. And over in this section, this is where all the medical supplies sit or live. So this is for, as the medical officer on the mission, if something comes up, this is where we would find all of that. So, okay, let me take you back out here. Okay, we'll go back back this way. So we're about to walk into the airlock. This is where we go in and out of the habitat, where pressurization and depressurization happens. Come on in. And this is the door we go out when we want to go outside. So we get locked into this room and we go through 3 minutes of depressurization. When we have the all clear, we can go outside. So pretty cool. And now this is the engineering room. Mariah's hard at work trying to get our equipment working. And here on the left, you'll see we have our spacesuits, analog spacesuits that we wear when we're out there. We have knee pads to make sure when we're walking on the lava fields that we don't hurt ourselves. Really important, that one. Okay, and then on this side we have our helmets and our battery pack / life support systems. And this provides airflow into our helmets so that we're not overheating and our masks or our visors aren't fogging up. And then down here we have our gloves and hats and stuff that we need through when we go out. Okay, and then basically over here is the battery systems and where all the power is stored on the mission. So Mariah's trying to fix up all of our intercom system that we have. But she's also in charge of taking care of the energy. So earlier today we had really gray morning. It was raining, cloudy. Like our batteries got down pretty low. How low did they get?
About 33.
33%, which is starting to get low, where we're concerned that we might not have power overnight. So, but it's sunny outside right now. So
It is, and
we're charging up
88%. So
88%. So we're good for tonight. So that's a really good thing. So thanks, Mariah.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, and then let's go this way. We'll come out into the main area. This is our treadmill when we work out, if power allows us to. Okay, and then this is the main area. This is where we have our 6 workstations. All of us have our various projects going on, research that we're participating in. But we have our own area, so that's kind of nice. And then this is kind of like a lounge, comfy area if you want to sit and read. Next to our invertegrow experiment, which is happening right now, to look at growing plants in this type of analog environment. It also makes us feel really good to know there are living things other than us in here. So, so that's pretty cool to have it. Now we're going to come into the kitchen. Right now we have the kitchen area is, where we sit, we eat, we have our meetings here. And it's just kind of a general sitting area. So we have the comfortable area, but we also, if we want to sit and get away from our desk, like that's a good spot. And then we have the kitchen. And in here is where we cook. And we have coffee in the morning. Each person takes a turn cooking meals and cleaning the dishes. And we cook with we try to cook with all freeze-dried products, and one of our crewmates, Cyan Proctor, is doing a Meals for Mars study where she's cooking all freeze-dried pre-prepared meals, so that's pretty exciting. We participated in that today, so that was awesome.
As someone who's been working in STEM areas, STEM disciplines for the past 10+ years, and usually being the only female in the room, I thought it was important at this particular time and this inflection in space exploration, where commercial crews in particular are starting to take over and companies are starting to consider who they select for their astronaut candidate programs. I particularly at this time thought it was important to place women at the center of our narrative for space exploration, to show just how wonderfully, not just competent, but superior in some ways women are in adapting to extreme environments. We hope to start adding more men to our crews in the future, but for the moment, I thought it was important to place women squarely at the center of this narrative.
So I'm really excited about the fact that this mission is an all-female crew because, one, it hasn't ever been done at this facility before, at the High Seas Habitat. And I also, from a personal perspective, I've always worked in software development, communications, and some educational outreach, but I mostly found myself in male-dominated careers, and it's nice to be surrounded by women doing incredible work.
Having an all-female crew, for me, is extremely exciting because I'm usually, as a geoscientist, there's not a lot of females in geology, and I'm usually the only one in a lot of my classes, but also going out into the field, it was always just me. And so this is really unusual because, again, this is my 4th analog mission, and my other 3 had male and female. And so to be in an all-female crew means it's special because, one, I get to bond with my female crewmates who are all amazing, but also I get to understand myself and how I relate with other females in a more scientific environment and scientific, situation.
I think it is very important to understand that women are as good as men are, and the fact that we're underrepresented in certain fields like STEM doesn't mean that we cannot do it or we're not good enough. It's just maybe we didn't have enough chances to get places. And from my personal experience, I would like to say that I am actually the first generation in my family who is getting a higher education, and not only a college education, I also graduated with my PhD. So I wanted to say that if you really want to achieve something and you put your mind into getting there, working hard is going to get you there.
One of the things that I see that Sensoria is providing is an opportunity for women to rely on other women. Typically when, there's a man in the room, culturally, we have a tendency to go to the man in the room for help. When there is no man in the room for help and we have to rely on each other, it provides a unique set of circumstances for us to really see what we're capable of. And I think that's great.
So it's really great to have a crew I can really identify with and, have a balance with, but not just with this mission, but, in the future of space, we want more equity, diversity, and equality. So we want to carry those goals with what we do, and having an all-woman crew definitely pushes those boundaries that we haven't before.
Not only as commander of the Sensoria mission, but as program director for the emerging Sensoria program, I feel it is vital that everyone feels they have a place in space exploration. As an industry, as a future, there is a frontier that draws us all in, and I think it's important for us all to feel confident and desirous of finding our place up above Earth.